Hanti verang te sang sammati. He abused me, he beat me, he defeated me, he robbed me. In those who harbor such thoughts, hatred is not appeased. Yetang na upanayanti verang tesu pasammati. In those who do not harbor such thoughts, hatred is appeased. This one of a quote from Dhammapada. Dear venerable religious dignitaries, Honorable Mayor MIlpitas and dear friends, this is the ground we have been gathering for years to commemorate our New Year ceremony. This is the ground we plan to pass our Sri Lankan traditions to our younger generation. This is the ground we choose to gather together to embrace each other friendly despite of our religious, ethnical differences. And this is the ground we let newcomers, Sri Lankan newcomers to the Bay Area to get each other know who are living here. Now today, we gather here to mourn, to grieve, and also to express our condolence to the families who affected and to do the prayers for our injured and to do the prayers whole Sri Lankans to be safe. I myself, as a kid, played with Tamils in Sri Lanka. My house is next to state-owned rubber estate. There were about 150 Tamil families there. I played with them. Being a monk, I had the privilege to work with Catholic, Christian priest in Sri Lanka. I can remember one famous church in Sri Lanka is Indigolla Church. When they have Christian ceremonies, especially Christmas ceremonies, we the Buddhists went there for decorations. As one of my speakers mentioned, I am somebody who received food from Muslim community as a friend. Now we all gather here, but not to worry, not to be afraid, but to embrace each other, to face any atrocity that comes. I can remember some of my Muslim imams remember that they went to Sri Lanka, how they enjoy. One of my friend Nawaz, the Imam in MIlpitas, he always remember me. I went to Sri Lanka for my honeymoon time. Spent 15 days there. From that on, if anyone asks from me any travel vacation, without any hesitation, I recommend Sri Lanka. Why? It is not only because of the natural beauty. He said, it is amazing good quality of the people there. Now, today, we are in this situation. There are enough facts for us to panic, reasons for us to panic. But panic doesn't lead us anywhere. So we need to embrace each other. We selected this ground to embrace each other as families. As a Sri Lankan, I'm happy to see these most of Muslim, our friends are here. These religious dignitaries are here. This is what we need to express ourselves. We have a cardinal thinking from Sri Lanka. It goes with all the religions. We inherited as a Sri Lankan thinking, not as a Buddhist actually. It says, Nahi verena verani sammanti the kudachana. Hatred never sees through the hatred. Through love alone they cease. Now this is the time to understand what is the love means. Before we become any religious person, we are human beings. We need to understand what is humanity. Instead of criticizing each other, I can remember Cardinal Malcolm Ranjit from Sri Lanka, after this event, in his TV interview, he mentioned that these are innocent people. He mentioned especially even these suicide bombers are innocent because they don't know how they get into this mess, how they become puppets. And he said, there are big, huge countries behind them. He didn't mention any name, but when I hear, it came to my mind. Always small fish become a prey to bigger. So, in the world map, Sri Lanka is a dot. But it is famous for tea, gem, and also marvelous welcoming people. It was a paradise for travelers. Because of this, I hear that a lot of big countries has warned travelers. Travel warnings are again. So in this situation, we can find a lot of things, a lot of facts to panic. But instead, we need to get together as human beings despite of all our religious differences. With that invitation, for the victims and for the people who injured and for the people in Sri Lanka. We are sick of this war. We were under 30 years of war. We know the experience. There was a time in one family members, they didn't go in one car. We don't want that to happen again. So instead of criticizing, let's spread our loving kindness, friendliness, get to know each other. Learn from this as a lesson to be human beings. With that great wish, we would like to do some religious prayers for those who are victims and also to pray for the protection of the people in Sri Lanka. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa anicca sankhara uppada vaya dhammino pajjitva nirujjanti tesang upasamo sukho sammitiyo vivajjantu sammarogo vinasatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi dayuko bhava. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Perhaps they have already made a shipment to Sri Lanka, to the hospitals that are affected, and especially the patients who cannot afford. So if you can help, you can visit and talk.